You have a goal you care about, but when it's time to act, you're paralyzed. It feels like your wheels are spinning in the mud, digging a deeper hole while you stay exactly where you are. It's easy to look at that lack of movement and see a character flaw. But this paralysis has nothing to do with your willpower or your worth as a creator. You are facing a friction problem. When the resistance generated by the task is heavier than the force you're applying to it, physics dictates that the object stays still. To get moving, we have to look at the specific mechanics of that resistance and systematically strip them away. This starts with divorcing the mechanics from the guilt. Once you stop treating a technical obstacle like a moral failure, you gain the clarity needed to actually fix the machine. Resistance is at its highest when you are working in total isolation. By anchoring your goal to an external community, you change the structural math of the project. Attempting a difficult start alone acts as a friction multiplier. Every hesitation is internal, with no outside force to nudge you past the initial sticking point. In this network, an isolated node carries the full energy load of a new habit. In a cluster, that load is shared, stabilizing the individual. When I started a new fitness routine 10 days ago, I tied it to my community, sharing progress daily. Because I was showing up for the group as much as myself, the internal dialogue that usually tries to talk me out of moving simply lost its influence. A community serves as a support structure. It absorbs the weight of the initial start, providing the external pull needed to overcome the heaviest period of resistance. Reducing friction also requires a commitment to showing up every single day, regardless of the output quality. This means making a micro-commitment to simply be present. When the goal is presence rather than perfection, the barrier to entry drops. Daily action builds momentum over time. Eventually, that continuous rotation becomes strong enough to completely overcome the initial friction. This heat map tracks 3 years of daily recordings. By removing the choice of whether to show up, I removed the friction of the decision itself. With the habit established as a baseline, the energy I used to spend on starting can now be redirected into experimenting with new formats and ideas. Daily repetition converts unreliable motivation into a mechanical habit. It replaces the emotional volatility of the work with a steady, predictable rhythm. For those moments when the mind starts to spin out despite your habits, you need a powerful way to reset the system in real time. Modern work is saturated with digital tools and AI shortcuts that promise efficiency, but these often add layers of cognitive noise that increase your mental friction. Conscious breathing is a direct biological intervention. It quickly forces the nervous system out of hesitation. Anchoring focus to the breath flattens the chaotic frequency of distraction, physically signaling to the brain that it is safe to settle into the task. Unlike a new piece of software, this requires no setup or learning curve. It is a biological tool that is always available the moment you feel yourself losing focus. Managing a stalled project is about centering your own biology. When you control your breath, you provide the calm environment necessary to engage with the work. Stripping away friction is a combination of leaning on a community, showing up daily, and using the breath to steady your focus through resistance. These shifts move the project from a state of paralysis into a state of manageable, ongoing movement. As this video ends, take one conscious breath. Identify the smallest possible action for your goal and take it immediately. If you know other healers or coaches struggling with this same friction, share these insights with them. A more aligned network helps everyone move faster. To find the community support mentioned earlier, explore the eye hypnosis programs available throughout the month. Systematic friction reduction turns your purpose from an abstract plan into an active, lived reality.